What up, folks? I'm Ultrazilla, and today I have a review of the Hiya Toys Exquisite Basic Godzilla vs. Kong Heat Ray Godzilla action figure. That's right, my Zillions. It is now the review of the Heat Ray Godzilla that was sent to me. No, not by Hiya Toys. We are well over them. But by Kowski Toys. So I do want to thank them. Check them out. They are an online shop that specializes in Hiya Toys, in Joy Toy. So if you love kaiju and mecha, that's the place you want to shop, because they got it all. They do. They sent this to me, so that was very cool. Of course, it did come a little bit messed up, so you know, it is what it is. These things happen in transit. I don't really care about the box. It is a nice box, though, so, you know, hopefully others won't have this problem. The back of the box is like nothing going on, but front of the box is kind of cool. But we're not here to look at the box. We're here to review the figure. So without any further ado, let's get to the... And here's a Godzilla out of the package. And he's been out of the package already, right? Like, you probably saw my unboxing. But here he is. The thing for me about this figure that I wanted to check out was, you know, this is the new version of this. I have yet to get the King of the Monsters. It's on its way, actually. I waited, and I finally waited until BBTS got there. I just was not in a rush to get it. You know, but that's neither here nor there. That will probably be here and there next week. But for now, this is here first. And this is my first, you know, look at this updated mold, finally. And, you know, they changed the jaw. They changed... I guess they changed the head. They had to change the head. And they added one layer here from the original. You know what? We could just bring in the original, because he's about to fall down off my desk. Because, yeah, because he was by my arm. But, you know, this was the original. And you know what? I love the original. I really do. I was, like, probably one of the only people that didn't have, like, the hugest problem with this. Yeah, it's a little bit annoying. But, I don't know, I didn't really have, like, a tremendous problem with it. Even here with the jaw little thing, the little circle there, I wasn't, like, you know... This was my #1 figure. So, you know, like, of last year. I really loved it that much. I thought everything about it was fantastic, so... Yeah, it was '1 for me, and I stand by that, even with the little faults. Now, the things they did are pretty good, though. Like, you know, they added this extra piece. It's a really, really soft plastic. Now, all these pieces, I guess, were soft, but not originally. Not originally. So, they softened up these pieces, which I guess is good. You know, it works. You know, and they figured out how to make it without the little circle in the jaw, and that's definitely appreciated, so that's cool. And like I said, they did change the head because they had to. Once they did this, they kind of separated. They separated this piece is basically what they did. They separated this piece into two, you know, in their files, and then they were able to do that. So that's pretty cool. We'll look at the rest on its own, but I did want to look at them together, you know, to see the changes. But I also see that this top piece is changed too, so that's interesting. You know, so basically. So if this is, you know, the 2019 mold as a 2021, you know, which, you know, SH Monster Arts did as well, you know, and I see people up in arms here, or at least I haven't yet, but it's the same concept, you know, because it's so similar. But they did change things. This spike is different. So I don't know if a lot of things are different. I see a lot of similarities, but it looks like there's some changes throughout. So that's pretty interesting. So I'm gonna put this guy away, and we're gonna look at this guy now fully on its own. And honestly, that's the best way to do it. You know, give the figures their own due. Let's check out this arm since it's closest to the camera now. He's got a nice little hand. You know, looks pretty decent. Nails are painted. Good sculpt. Very nice sculpt on the arms. Do dig it. Let's look at the legs. Why not? We'll do arms and legs first, and then I'll form the head. It looks pretty good. You know, very nice. Good sculpt. Paint is like, it's there, but it's very light. It's a very light figure. I don't know if you noticed that compared to the other one. It is very, very light. So that's very interesting. I guess to contrast the blue of the heat ray charge up. But good legs. Very nicely done. The nails here are kind of barely painted. There might be a couple of streaks in there, but, you know, and nothing going on the bottom of the feet. Then we get to the chest. Well, the Krajisi section starts over here with the paint. It's pretty decent. It's kind of metallic. Kind of. It's an interesting paint job. There's a gloss to it. There's an almost metallic. I don't think it's quite metallic, but it looks good enough. I do like it. It's like a light glossy blue, you know, so it's like borderline metallic, and kind of like the textures of the chest makes it feel more metallic in a way, if that makes sense. But the neck pieces look good, you know. This is the newfangled neck. It looks very nice. I like the gills. They stand out way more than the last version. We'll get all the way up to the head. Looks pretty good. I like the eyes in white. The blue around them. Inside the mouth, we have blue. Tongue is very blue. It's not bad. Sculpt looks good. I like the new pieces. I think they work very well. The upper view. Is there something wrong here? Is there a chip there? I can't really tell. I think it might be just shadow. And then you got the dorsal fins, which are very nice. I pointed out that the first one is done differently than the original, which is very interesting. You know, I wasn't expecting that. But yeah, it looks a little bit updated. Paint job is very nice here. I like the white, you know, gradating up into the blues and to the dark blue. And again, it's a gloss and not really metallic, but a gloss to kind of feel metallic. But I definitely don't think it's a metallic paint. But it looks really good. I do like it. Very, very cool. One thing I've noticed, and I wonder if this piece is bigger on this new one as well. I don't think it is. I think something is sitting differently here on the chest than it is here, because, let me zoom out just a tad. Because this one is perfectly aligned. Look at that. Oh, if you can. This dorsal fin to this dorsal fin from one section of the figure to another is perfectly aligned, which looks good. Here, though, it is not. It is absolutely not. So I don't know what happened here, but it's, you know, not sitting quite right. And it's totally up against each other. If, you know, at its best, if you try, you have to, like, force to move it there. But it's, like, sitting with these two kind of overlapping a little bit. And I definitely don't like that. I don't know what happened there, but I'm not digging it. But back to the way this guy looks. The sides of the body looks really nice. Again, sculpt work is great. It's really nice, and I do like this paint job for the most part. Gets a little bit iffy as you go down the tail. I get it. It's not going to be like this, but I feel like there's a big jump from the paint you got here to the paint you got from on the tail. It looks just kind of sprayed down onto the gray, and, you know, kind of left like that. kind of movie monster series style almost. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it could be a little bit better, but applied on the tail. But yeah, it's fine. It's not like, you know, it's not breaking the figure for me, but, you know, it is what it is. The tail looks good, though. Sculpt-wise, I do like it. Very, very nice. I do realize we got this guy still in the way here. I don't want to take the spotlight away from the new Heat Ray Godzilla. That's right. So, you know, I mean, we looked at him. All in all, it's a pretty decent look. There's a few things, again, that's kind of bothering me. I guess we should go into the articulation now. And so for articulation on this guy, the jaw opens and closes. The tongue moves within the mouth. The head is on a ball joint. And it's popping out on me a lot. And full disclosure, refilming this scene because I lost the footage. And this is after I've done all of my accessories. So, you know, now that I've popped off the head for the accessories, going back on, that's a thing that's a little bit tougher than it was before. So, yeah, it is on a ball joint, the head. These are just floating pieces. It's a long barbell joint, so you can move the neck as well. Yeah. Then the arms are like so. Hinge here, swivel there, hinge, swivel at the wrist. Or is it just a ball joint? I thought there was a hinge there, but I'm guessing it's just a ball joint now. Yeah, just a ball joint. Ball jointed wrist. Then the body we covered here can go forward a little bit. It's just so much tighter and fitted so differently than it was previously, so that's a bummer. Legs go out that much, kick forward, goes back. Yeah, it goes back. Double jointed knee, it's fine. Foot is alright, you can rock it a bit, so that's cool. And the tail has a lot of nice segments, which is good. Feels good. Tail feels, you know, on par with, say, Monster Arts. The rest does not. The rest is more like a NECA. So, you know, it's a bit in the middle of those. And you know, when somebody, if you would ask me where it ranks, it's a bit in the middle of those two figure lines, which is, you know, for the price point, I guess it's where it should be, right? But it is a Heat Ray Godzilla, and we do get a Heat Ray, which is pretty cool. It's just done in translucent blue plastic, but the sculpt is very nice. I do wish they would have painted the swirls on here. There's like swirls, energy swirls that are going around it. It would have been cool if it was like maybe painted like a light shade of blue or a kind of a blue-white, you know what I'm saying, to get a little bit of a cool effect. But it's good. It's very sturdy. Now, as you can see, it's got an interesting little tip here to put in his mouth, and you definitely can't put it in that mouth. But you do get an extra neck, and you get an extra head. The neck we will look at shortly. The head, though, it is just a, you know, open mouth head, no jaw articulation at all, and this goes in there like so he could shoot it like that. So this, you want to pop the head off the ball joint, and you're gonna pop this one in. If it's easy, I don't know. It is not at all. Let's see. See if I can do it upside down first and then turn it around. Might have to do this off camera with some heat. Wait. There you go. Force it in, it works. So, it does not work. So I guess I kind of sort of got it. I didn't want to heat it up too much. because it's so soft already. And that's how that looks. I gotta say, I don't know if I love it. It just looks really bulky in the mouth, the way it's done. Like, I don't know if you could turn it around and do it too. I guess so. I guess you want to do shooting downwards, but it's still, it looks like it's coming from the roof of his mouth now. And this way, it looks like it's coming from his jaw. So it's a really odd positioning, placement here. I don't like it. Just gonna say it. This, to me, is a fail. However, we do have a neck piece here. And I hate to take this off because it was so annoying to put on. So if you want to do the shooting upwards thing, which is, you know, more of a King of the Monsters thing, curiously, right? You can do it, but look how far the neck is in there, the ball joint. How are you supposed to do that? Look, guys, this is down all the way here. You barely have a neck joint here. Huh? How exactly do they want you to do that? I mean, what? I barely got it on right now. It's gonna fall off. But, oh my god, that's bad. That is not good at all. Look how far in this is compared to where the ball joint is. It's barely, ball joint is barely sticking out from this neck. How exactly you're supposed to do this? It's barely gonna hold, in my opinion. So, that's how that's going on. I guess you could do one of those. I guess maybe that this is, you know, more maybe for this, when you're shooting like this, but I think that's pretty bad, honestly. I think for a figure that's supposed to be Heat Ray Godzilla, I think they've done a bad job here of making this very functional. Alright, gang, took it off camera, went and added even more heat, this time heating up every single part of this, neck joint included, and he is able to do it. However, you know, the point stands. The clearance isn't enough. If you move this in the slightest, it's going to pop off, because even with this being soft, you aren't getting a lot of clearance here, you know, so it could press down for a bit, but that is just going to pop back. Now, can he do the forward thing? Probably for now, you know, which is good. I think you want to be able to do that. But, yeah, it is definitely a very precarious connection here. And that's a bummer, you know, like, it needs more clearance here. This needed to be cut just a bit more. For your size comparisons, first up here he is with two other Hiya toys with Rodan and Kong. I have no idea where Mothra went. I would have figured it was with Rodan, but apparently not. It's here somewhere in a box, ready to do whatever it needs to do. But, you know, here they are, and, you know, they all scale pretty decently together, obviously. And for one more size comparison, here is the NECA version of the 2019, which is, like, crazily done. And then just a plain old 2021 Shimo, which it was basically what that was, all in one. You know what I'm saying? They just did the one like this, which was a little odd. I don't know why they chose to do that. But you could also substitute this for the poster version of 2019. That would be fine. Although I feel like that might be a little bit too stylized, but it's kind of along the lines of this in stylization. This guy's head just doesn't want to stay on now. This one, I would say, plays the middle very well. But again, it's very, very light. But I am seeing a lot more of the paint through here right now than I did before. So there is a lot of little paint details that I'm, for some reason, I didn't notice before, and I am noticing now. So addendum to the looks part, there's like a kind of peachish color within. I don't know if you can notice that, but I certainly am noticing it. I don't know if I was looking at it from a different angle, and I kind of was looking at it overhead. So that's interesting. So the grays on top of like a peachish color. So that is very interesting. The paint scheme is very interesting. It's good though. It's good. And obviously the Hiya is a lot bigger. So, you know, your mileage is going to vary on what you like in scale and, you know, how you like your figures. There's validity to all. And my final thoughts, you know, it's a tale of two figures for me. The first part, the new deco is really nice. I really do like it. It looks fantastic. The dorsals look phenomenal. I like how the head looks. And I like, again, this is my first time with the new upgraded mold here. I like the way the new head, neck looks. Everything looks pretty cool. You know, no gaps, no like things like floating around here too much. It works well. It looks pretty good. I don't like how mine in particular, and I don't know if this is production wide, how the two big dorsals slide up against each other. That's a bit of a bummer on that part of things, but otherwise the figure looks fantastic. Then the other half of this is, you know, the heat ray part. I don't like how the heat ray sits in the alternate head. It looks weird either going up or down. And then you got the neck, which doesn't give enough clearance for that barbell joint to connect to the head. So that's weird and a bit of a lot of a bummer. So, you know, it is what it is. I don't know if it's cut weird or if it's just mine or if I need to do something else, like a lot more heat than I already gave it. I don't know, guys, but that part of it is just not working out for me. So again, tale of two figures on this particular copy. It is what it is, but it does look fantastic. No doubt about that. Thanks again to Kowski Toys for sending this over for a review. You could check them out at the link down below. You can order this guy right now to buy. There's other Hiya toys there if you want to buy. If you love mechs, there's Joy Toy stuff. If you love Warhammer, there's plenty of Warhammer stuff. So do check them out. And you can use ultrazilla-cowkiss for a 6% discount. How about that? So there you go, guys. That's my review. Thanks for watching. If you're new to the channel, why don't you go ahead and sub yourself for some daily content. Till next time. Peace out, peeps.